Hi, everybody. Welcome to the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with my good friend Elizabeth. Elizabeth and I met back in November as we're part of the Conscious community together. And we also work together on a few projects, one of which is a book that is coming out very soon. Elizabeth is one of the writers in the book. And so all of you will get to see that to fruition in the summertime. And we've just gotten to know each other, and she's just a real gem. So I wanted to come on here today and introduce her to you. So, Elizabeth, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everyone what is it that you do? How do you share your light in the world?
Hi, Melody, and hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. So, I'm Elizabeth, but I also go by Evintagerose. I'm a guide for women awakening to higher consciousness, and I share my light in the world through poetry, storytelling, coaching, energy healing. I love to work with women to help them reconnect to their authentic essence and remember who they truly are, that they're divinity in human form. My work empowers them to alchemize pain into beauty, turn wounds into wisdom, and really transform their entire life.
So beautiful, and it's so important, particularly in today's world, right? We're feeling very logically based. We're feeling very trapped in this society and chasing the rat race, like people like to call it. What made you come to this work? What was it for you that uh, led you down this path?
It was my own inner healing. Like, I'm just not the same woman that I was 5 years ago. And it was through the same work that I do now that led me to be in this beautiful place where I discovered who my authentic self was. And now I just really want everyone, but I just love to work with women. And I just want to give that gift to them because I don't want them to be just in this endless loop of suffering when, like, that I think really comes from not living a fully authentic life. Because when you live a very authentic life, your life is fulfilling. But then we're just bombarded with conditioning and, just social expectations. And it's like you're listening to all these outside voices, but you're really not listening to yourself, to your own inner guidance. But when I started to do that through meditation, through coaching, through energy healing, that's when my whole life just completely changed. I went from being really, really depressed and being diagnosed with chronic depression disorder all my life to now like just getting off meds. And I'm just so happy. Like I'm happy to be living right now. And I can't believe it. But here I am. And that's the thing transformation that I just want all women to give themselves. And they can do it without medication. They can do it, they can heal themselves because we all have the power to heal ourselves.
That's so beautiful. So, what would you say to people watching that are scared? Maybe they're hearing you say it and they've heard maybe others before, but they're just, reluctant and scared to take the leap and go through. Maybe they've done therapy before. How's it different from all of that to work with you?
So, yeah, so I'm definitely not a therapist, so I cannot diagnose. So that's, which is actually a good thing because you don't want, I mean, for me, like labeling, when they labeled me as like chronic depression disorder, I was like, damn, like what is wrong with me, right? So it kind of leaves like this negative connotation. Um, but it just turned out that I'm just really highly sensitive. Like that's it. So there was nothing wrong with me. I just didn't know how to set energetic boundaries. So that's the difference. It's like therapy, I mean, they do their best. But like I think it really kind of like doesn't really empower you to work like coaching. It definitely empowers you because I'm just a guide. Like everyone has the power to heal themselves and the physical body heals naturally by itself. So we all have the power to heal ourselves. So working with me is like I empower my clients to heal themselves because I know they're more than capable of doing so. And I do that through inner child healing. I do that through shadow work and bringing in the light, connecting with your spirit guides, your higher self. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful experience.
That's beautiful. When you say inner child healing, obviously, I'm familiar with that, but for those that are watching that are not familiar with that, what does that mean to you? How do you approach that?
So there's a little child inside of all of us. And that little child is wounded because at some point in their life, they didn't have their needs met for whatever reason. And that version of you, the little you, is still present. And what it does is that if that wound is not healed, that little wound in you and little you, then it still shows up even though you're an adult right now.
Mhm.
So when you start to connect with your inner child and start healing that trauma and really start sending love to it, then like it's just so transformational because that's when you can just really give yourself whatever you need because you become your own parent. You can just give that little you whatever he or she needs.
That's beautiful. Yes, I love that totally. And then there's so much healing to be done in that as well. And we don't really always realize that the work is needed, right? So, what would you say to those that are thinking, "Oh, I may not need that. Maybe I'm perfectly fine the way I am." How do you see the light coming on for those folks when you're working with them?
Sometimes people are just not aware that it's an inner child wound. I see that a lot. I see that it's, oh, this is triggering me right now as an adult. And when we really go back to when was the first time you felt that way? And they're like, actually, it was when I was 7 and my dad ignored me. So then I felt like I was just not capable of being seen by any other man. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So let's go ahead and just dissect it a little bit. How are you feeling? What does she need? And then that's when the magic comes in. But yeah, a lot of the time, I would say my clients are not aware that it's an inner child. But that is what needs healing. And then once that is healed and that is reframed, then it's just completely stops like that trigger. And then things just start manifesting, like they start manifesting, available then. So it's just so magical.
Yeah, so freeing, right? A little bit like a dog would feel its boundaries, whether it's by a leash or by a fence, and then removing those pieces and letting them free to be what they're meant to be is just so beautiful. And it's the same that you do with these beautiful women and ladies that you help. Yeah. So, what is the best way for them to get to know you? How do you share your work?
So I have like coaching practice right now. I can do anything from 3 months to 6 months. I honestly think that the most transformative work comes from long-term coaching because we really get like that deep, deep dive in transformation. You can get transformation in 3 months, but it's good for consistency and to really fully embody it. And for me, like that's my thing. Like I don't want women to go back to like their own patterns. So for me, like the 6 months like, would be ideal. But oh my God, but I just dropped my bottle. Sorry.
All good.
Amazing. Oh yeah, but yes, I offer coaching practice and yeah, and I'm available on Instagram as Evintagerose, and that's how we can connect if you're interested, if anyone's interested.
Great. Yeah, we'll definitely put your links below, and you should definitely follow Elizabeth because she's just a beautiful messaging and also inspiring changes that you're sharing with everyone. So that, everyone would benefit, whether they are feeling like they need it or, like we were just saying, are unaware of the need that they actually have to experience that growth. It's just such a gift. A question I like to ask everyone is how you choose conscious love every day. What does that mean to you?
Be conscious love is being authentic, just being myself and not really caring about what others think. And if I just want to do something for whatever reason, love myself so much to actually do it. Whether it can be like a little thing or a big thing, right? Like say like I want to go for a walk. And if that's really what I want at that moment, then it's just not for it. I feel like that's what conscious love means to me. It's just really fully living authentically. Because when you do, you're you, and it's just so beautiful for you to be you because there's no one else like you out there. And I truly believe that if the world was more authentic and true to themselves, it would be just a lot happier and the world would be a better place. So
So beautiful and so true. Anything else you want to share with everyone watching?
no, just thank you so much. This was so beautiful, Melanie. Thank you for sharing your light. And thank you for allowing me to have this beautiful space. And just, yeah.
It's always such a pleasure to have you, and I look forward to all of you being able to read Elizabeth's story in our upcoming book in the summertime. It's going to be really lovely, and it's just lovely to have you with us today. We're going to put all your links below in the comments, and everyone can follow you, get inspired by you, and make changes that are going to really set them free, which is the title of so many songs for a very good reason. Excellent. Thank you so much and enjoy your day. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you soon.